Am I spiraling? Yo yo. Let me say, I'm not spiraling, but the evidence does suggest otherwise. So I could understand that perspective. I'm just gonna read chat for a bit. You guys can take the stage. What's up, Ryan? Hello, everybody. How are you? I haven't haven't hopped on the stream in a minute. I haven't streamed in a minute, so I don't know if you missed that much. Shut the f up. Woo. Yeah. There you go, Mom. I wanted to give you some good news. I will say, I think I need to officially get my mom off of my email because at this point, like, law school decisions are funneling in. But if I don't receive a call from my mom, I know it's not good news because the second that she opens my email and sees good news, she's going to call me immediately. So if I don't ever receive a phone call, I'm like, oh, it must be bad, something in my email. Or my mom can just promise to never call me about any law school stuff and I'll just call her. Yeah, mods, you might have a busy day today, but I do appreciate all of you. Thank you, V, for Vanessa for the 13 months, Card Girl for the 14, Chaotic for the 13, Shinsuke for the 13, and of course, Shay's Headband for the tier 1, 14 months. Heather, thanks for the tier 1. Ned's here too. Locked in for once. Good. Freely ban people, please. I don't anticipate it being too much of a problem. There is a few weirdos, but it's not too bad. Thank you, the Nick City, for the 3 months. Clayton for the 11. How are you, Cory? I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I was not doing well for a couple of days. Nothing serious. It was just the internet became an inhabitable space, and you guys know me. I'm an internet guy. Thank you, Chiara, for the 5 subs. I appreciate you. You don't sound sick anymore. I feel good. I did get hungover yesterday and played Balatro till really late at night, and I woke up at like 3, and I shaved my face. There's a lot of signs, but I feel really good. I feel happy. Matt's driving in tomorrow. Good boy. What a great game. It's awesome. It was the Wild Robot tweet. You know a tweet is good when it's got like 12 likes and 47 replies. I was like, this one banged. This is good. Lakers thoughts. Oh god, yesterday was a bad day, and then the Lakers lost by like 30 to the Jazz. Bronny James had a career high though, so can't be too upset. The tweet was uncalled for. Okay, before we get into all the other stuff that you guys are probably interested about, the Wild Robot was good. I liked it. I think it was tremendously overrated. I think when it was getting announced, people assumed it was going to be one of the best animated movies ever. And then it came out and it was fine. What I didn't like about it was I feel like so much of the message, like obviously there's a parenting message there. Okay, sure. But also when you're talking about like Mother Nature and the circle of life and the food chain and all these different things, all these animals acted like fucking people. And I thought it was super annoying. Like, I think, first of all, it'd be a fundamentally different movie, so it's not a real critique. But I don't think the animal should have talked. I don't think it was necessary for it. But it felt like I was just watching humans interact, and the humans happen to look like animals, which I think is fine. Like, I love Finding Nemo, but I feel like for a movie like The Wild Robot, where there's obviously so much commentary about nature and animals and whatever, I thought it was weird to impart humanity onto the animals. Does that make sense? Yeah, my dad called me about Alex Len today. He's fucking terrible. Also, can we get a congratulations in the chat for Zach Dad, who this past weekend won his 10th record-setting club championship at the Jacaranda Golf Club. The 10-time champion. Are you kidding me? Rune Queen, thanks for the 10 gifted. Oh, I love eliciting sympathy. I appreciate you, Rune Queen. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing all right. We should have an event in Nashville pretty soon, so hope to see you there. But I appreciate it, Rune Queen. And I appreciate it, Chiara. Y'all are way, way too kind. Seriously. Michael the Bill Russell of Jacaranda. Just as influential in civil rights as well. Shoutouts, Zach Dad. A Wurtenberger that can win comps. I think my dad would be very good at like all the comps Cameron was good at, basically. Like the carnival game stuff. He's just very good at that kind of thing. I have not Waluigi. Thanks, Jerry, for the gift. We're at 252. I think this is our career low in subs, which happens when you stream like 3 times a month. Anonymous, thanks for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Chiara, Anonymous, Rune, y'all are cool. But yeah, Wild Robot overrated. Gifted Matt Ligori tier 1. Look at Matt Ligori lurking. What a demon. Aside from Zach, who do you want to see on Survivor 50? I want to see my boy Sam. I think there's a lot of like runner-ups who, probably would be fighting for that kind of spot, but I think he's one of the most compelling characters in that mold. Like, he's a really good narrator, and I feel like there's a lot of depth there. Love Charlie too, but I think Charlie would kind of be like the gameplay hire. Like, he's just probably one of the best players of the new era. Sam or Charlie? I'd hope both, but I understand if they're kind of vying for that same spot. Even though, like, one of them's like a, lawyer, nerdier archetype, and the other's, Sam. Thank you, Julie, for gifting Bailey. I appreciate you. How about Julie? It goes without saying, I'd want Julie on. Julie's one of my... that's my favorite archetype, the older woman. Julie's not that old, but, the mom who's cutthroat as hell. It's awesome. Did you see the Meridian Reviews video on every player's chances for Survivor 50? I didn't, but I'm going to watch it. I love that. That's awesome. that's awesome. Julie Idle play so good. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I wish he just went after Austin. I love Austin, but I think that was obviously the right move. I love Meridian Review. I love anyone who dedicates themselves that much to reality TV and like the nerdy nitty gritty of it all. Like, I remember we were doing the top 5 robbed players in Big Brother, top 10 robbed, whatever it was. And Meridian Review was like lurking and being like, actually, Natalie was targeting this person at the final 7. Whoa. Anonymous, let me talk about the Natalie Negrotti final 7 strategic maneuvering before I thank you for the gifts. Anonymous, thank you for the 25 gifted, which, let me say, every year 25 gifted is more and more money. How much is a sub now? Like fucking $6.50 or something? It's a lot of money, Anonymous. It's a lot of money, but I appreciate it. Jesus Christ. Is this the new strategy, guys? Do I just like sulk, take a week off streaming, come back, pop off, sulk for another week? Is this the play? You get a discount for bulk buys. Honestly, it's actually more efficient for all of you to give 25 subs. In a weird way, you make money. And while it might sound like a joke, you all can make money with Skeezy Coin, which is actually why I'm streaming today. We're launching soon. And unlike a lot of other coins, this is a long-term coin. That's cool, Katie. I didn't think about it like that. So Skeezy Coin, it's a long-term coin. It's going to simultaneously raise funds for the victims of the fires in the Palisades and, all those in need. And it will make me some money on the side. There's a lot of layers to it, but you guys should all buy in. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. Surprised there hasn't been a Big Brother scam coin yet. Swaggy's on it. I'm not being serious. You're gonna get a clip for this. I've been off Twitter for a bit. I've been on Twitter. I've been off Twitter, which meant Bowie Jane had to get on Twitter. That was the arrangement. You always have to have one member of Mimi's Final Three on there. You have 1 million Americoins. It's big. Thanks JPR for the gift, and again, thank you Anonymous for the 30. I guess this is at this point. But thanks JPR. Hope you're doing well. Bowie fighting in the streets. Just cracking me up. We'll talk about all of it. The moral of the story is don't trust all the spoilers you see, because obviously there's been rumors about America, being on the challenge. She's literally in the other room. So, like, I'm able to kind of see through the mirage that is these spoilers. I just hope you guys are able to as well. Prove it. She's not feeling well today. She's under the weather. She's still trying to get over that cough. You can actually hear her with my headphones. I'll ask if she wants to come in for Traitors. Probably reading for book club Sunday. She is. Look, I hope she's better by Sunday, but if not, there still will be a book club. Hunger Games Part 1. Okay, so there's a good amount to talk about. I wanted to go live. We're gonna watch Traitors on at 8 p.m. Central, so that's 55 minutes from now. I know it'll come out before that, but that's usually when we start. I think that's fine. There's a lot to discuss. Basically, it's been a bit of a weird week or so. Obviously, there's been a lot of rumors and a lot of social media noise, and it's been pretty miserable. Thank you, Anonymous. It's gonna be weird. I'm gonna be like giving my thoughts, not getting emotional. That's not really me, but being open to a not parasocial, but you know what I mean. And then be like, thank you, Anonymous, for the gifted. So just keep that in mind. But I do appreciate you, Anonymous, and please don't allow the tone shifts to push against the idea of you gifting more. Like, those tone shifts are fine. So it's been weird. What I will say that's been probably the nicest part about all of this past week is it's nice to know that, or nice to be reminded, because obviously I've always known this, that I'm dating the coolest person ever, and that everyone cares about her more than anyone else in the world. For good or bad. It's pretty badass. Like, and I think America always says, like, whittle old me. It's like, well, it's pretty great. Like, if only there was any truth to the rumors, but even still, just seeing all the stuff on social media is very, very nice. Maybe not all the stuff, a lot of the stuff. Now, I think there's a fascinating trend with social media that I've noticed where no matter how beloved you are in any moment, that automatically creates the opposite side. If you have the most supporters, you're also going to have the most haters. I think the most obvious example of that is someone like Taylor Hale. Taylor might be the most, like, during her season, was probably the most beloved Big Brother player of all time, almost like unanimously, outside of just, blatant racists. And I guarantee at this point, I think Taylor has more haters than anyone from Big Brother 24. Maybe Daniel Durston, but I don't think even people care about Daniel, right? Thank you, Cubs fans, for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. And Julie for the 1. Good to see you, Cubs. Claude getting the gift. What's up? And I'm not comparing myself to Taylor. I think America's closer to that, and even America during 25 wasn't Taylor in 24. Like, there's levels to these things, but obviously America was very popular. I was pretty popular alongside her. As a unit, we were popular. And then I think two things happened. First of all, I just continued existing online in a way that other people from my season didn't. Um, like I don't want to play like a. This is gonna be weird. I don't. I was gonna say I don't want to play the victim because I understand everyone from my season got a tremendous amount of hate. You could definitely argue some people deserve that hate more than others. I think that's fair. But then again, there's someone like Bowie Jane who I don't. You know, what did Bowie Jane do to deserve any of this? Right? Even someone like Jag, who I know people in the chat have problems with, I think Jag's a great guy. It's not like he did anything to warrant, hate every day on Twitter. I don't believe that. So a lot of people have experienced it. I think this is as time's gone on, I've kind of shifted from like, oh my god, everyone loves me online to, oh, I see a lot more hate than love. So that one part of it is like, I'm just still online and still tweeting and still putting my opinions out there. And I think the other part of it is just like the natural, haters are more persistent than, the opposite. I don't think I did, Tommy, but if you tag me again, I'll check it out. I'll show it to her as well. And here's let's start from the beginning. Okay. So this whole thing started, and I understand by just doing this stream, I'm opening the door to more discussion and hate and whatever. But I talk about stuff, and I feel like I usually stand behind what I say, and I believe what I say very wholeheartedly. So there is the argument of like, hey, just stay out of it, just don't do it. But that's not me. That's not. So anyways, let's start with the first kind of part of this all. We'll go bottom right. It all kind of started with this, which was, Cara Maria just tweeting that her and Pauly from Big Brother, they're dating. They've been dating forever. That they're part of the LGB community. Which is that's weird. I think everyone agrees that's a weird thing to do. It's obviously purposefully excluding the T. And then she had a funny explanation of I chat GPT'd if it's okay to exclude the T because I'm not transgender. And it was just very much okay, all right, whatever. I didn't take it too seriously because it's the same person who was the government manipulates the weather and creates hurricanes and stuff. So it's kind of just, it is what it is. I will say I do have a soft spot in my heart for insane conspiracies. like BlackRock controls hurricanes. That's kind of funny to me. Ultimately, all those insane conspiracies, when you strip it back and research them and figure out where they come from, it's usually not a positive place. But it was what it was. And this guy named Frank Sweeney, which he's not just this guy, he's a very, very prominent challenger. I like Frank. I didn't like him on Battle of the Seasons, but I like him a lot more now. He tweeted this in response to basically another challenger being shown to be a MAGA person. This issue transcends politics. This is about people. There's a big difference. If I had to disavow every Republican from the challenge, I'd be left with 4 castmates. And then I quote tweeted it. I said, I don't understand how something like transphobia can transcend politics when it's literally part of one of the party's platforms. I'm not riding with Biden, but come on, people know what they're voting for. Which I think is right. I think there's obviously an argument you can make of really, there's all these assholes in the challenge community, and you're going after Frank. Again, I don't feel like I'm going after Frank. I get if you're quote tweeting him, you kind of are. I could understand that criticism, but I feel like we had a fine back and forth, and I don't think Frank's a bad guy. I don't think he's the problem. I get his take. Clearly, the challenge world is different from the Big Brother world in that regard. But just to elaborate a little bit, the notion that you can be supportive of the trans community and vote for Donald Trump, I don't believe that. I don't. That's a hill I'll die on. Same thing with, okay, let's say you're supportive of the LGB community. You're trans exclusionary. Maybe then I could understand why you'd vote for Trump, because maybe you think, okay, gay marriage and stuff like that, the Republicans won't roll back that at this point, that we're too far gone, which, by the way, we're not too far gone with the Supreme Court. Um, but if you're like arguing that like, oh, we're always supportive of the trans community, and yes, we voted for Trump, that doesn't make sense. Like, and then the clap back to that is always like, well, Democrats are transphobic too. It's like, of course, of course, like the world is transphobic at large, but there are levels to these things. Like the stuff that, and I tweeted this. I said, like, Trump signed an executive order banning trans women from women's sports 2 days ago. He banned federal funding or support for youth gender affirming care for those under 19. Under 19, I thought that was odd. Like, why not under 18? But the point is that would not have happened with a Kamala Harris administration. Now, let's just say, for the sake of argument, say you're also you're a very staunch supporter of Palestine. And let's say that the Republican Party was super strongly in favor of supporting Palestine and the Palestinian people. Then you could almost think like, well, okay, I have to sacrifice one community for another. The truth is, like, there's not that duality. Like, there are reasons why people would vote for the Republican Party. I think a lot of them are financial. A lot of them are, the media does a number on a lot of people. And you could rightfully not like the Democratic Party. That's fine. I just think it's a little bit disingenuous to be like, I stand with the trans community and that's my president. I think that's weird. And that was essentially my take. I think I was pretty clear in what that opinion was. But people did not like it, specifically spoiler accounts, who I really don't want to give much attention to, because there's nothing in the world more pathetic than deriving your like personality and internet clout from spoiling a show. And this transcends MTV The Challenge. This is every show. like who I have a lot of respect for? That Twitter account, like, what is it, like Inside Reality or something? Reality spoil. Like, it's just the account that kind of leaks everything. Like, damn, wouldn't it be nice if we had a spoiler account that was just void of personality? Like, reality TV fan, that's the one, yeah. Like that's what you should do. It's not like Shams. If you guys follow the NBA, there's Shams Charania is like the guy who leaks all the trades. It's not like he posts, LeBron James has been traded to the Wizards. Damn, what a lame-ass trade. Fuck that guy. Like, that's not... So, I know these people are not reporters, but it's just like, damn, that'd be nice. And these spoiler accounts, they like certain contestants, dislike certain contestants, and then they, through the classic reality TV toxicity, act on that kind of thing. So when the Challenge 41 cast is getting, leaked, even though like 5 cast members have been confirmed and deconfirmed and taken off the cast and put on the cast and all these things. So truly nothing is confirmed. Again, America's in the other room, so we know at least there's some mistakes. America it's leaked, and people start being very, very mean. Not just to me, to her as well. But, it's one of those things where it's like, damn, are they better than the Big Brother community? And when I say better, I mean worse. And, really what I believe is they're all the same. But, like, pretty mean stuff. Very misogynistic, which is kind of ironic because, most of their, stars are misogynistic. And it's weird. So obviously let's just say it was like, everyone's like, America is going to cheat on you, which, is insane, but okay. I think it's like a diss towards me, but it's really not a diss towards me. It's like a diss towards her, and it's the same shit that Matt Klotz was doing in the House. The same shit that Cameron Hardin was doing in the Jury House. Like for me, it's like, do I trust my girlfriend? The answer is yes. For her, it's like, I think you're this way because these reasons. And it's just lame, and it sucks that there's people who think it's normal to write stuff like that on the internet, and they all kind of feed upon each other. It's more disrespectful towards her most of all, but when they say it, they want to attack you more. Exactly. It's very misguided. Like, if you want to attack me, it's kind of like, first of all, why you got to make me more relevant than I am? Let me tweet about my little shows. Um, but I do think it's just misguided. It's like, I'm gonna be sexist and get at the guy. It's like, no, be misandrist. Hate men. That's the easier way to get to me, since I'm a guy. But I guess this got to me, so yeah, I guess it worked. But yeah, I've been blocking pretty liberally. I think that's been a good call. I see a lot less. Why is it never you who will cheat? Like, make it equal? Exactly. My time in reality TV has a history of disloyalty. You guys don't think I can pull? Of course it's false, Cupspin. She's in the other room. So again, while there's all this negative stuff over here, there is so much positive stuff over here in terms of like, it's you go on reality TV, you get so much support, and then time moves on. There's another season of Big Brother, there's Survivor seasons, there's the challenge. There's so many things happening, and you just kind of fade. And I think more than just about every other cast member, or most other cast members, American I actually have I still stream to a good amount of people. It's 292 people here. On a normal stream, we'd have 220. It's good. America has 400 people on her sub lives. But it fades. That's how it goes. It lessens. It's nice to be reminded of yeah, no, they like us. Especially her, which, I'm with you guys. Your wingman goo boy coming in at suspicious timing. I'm going to start a rumor. Exactly. First of all, crazy of you to assume that Matt is my wingman. We're going to go pick up people as opposed to it's me and him. Wait. When I say me and him, I meant me and goo boy, not Locke. Because that is happening. But that doesn't count as cheating. I got you, Phillies. So that's the gist of it. The other thing that I want to talk about, not for too long, because I don't know if the hatchet's been buried, but Taylor made it clear doesn't want to talk about it. But I more so want to talk about this angle of it, Bananas coin. Here's what I'll say. I generally am very sympathetic to people who fall for crypto scams. Trump coin happened, right? And it was Donald Trump creating a crypto coin. It was a rug pull. If you don't know what that means, it's, hey, everyone, buy in, we're going to the moon. And then as everyone buys in and it raises the value, the people who have most of the coins sell them all at that higher value. Everyone else is out of money. Now, I do sympathize with the Trump people. Not really because they're Trump people, but because they're not aware of the crypto space. I get that. Right? They're just, hail Donald Trump, Johnny Bananas coin is dude. So just a quick little thing on crypto if you guys don't know how these things work. Crypto's supposed to have an associated utility with them. The point of crypto was supposed to be it's a way to quickly send funds. It's completely traceable in the sense of every transaction on the blockchain is traceable one way or another. And you're supposed to, theoretically, the dream was it'll be oh my God, I'm going to Starbucks. Let me pay 0.00001 Bitcoin or something. It was supposed to have a utility. These meme coins, Trump coin, Bananas coin, all these things, there's no utility. Literally, it is everyone trying to buy in and then hype other people to buy in so they can sell. There's a finite amount of money, and that money will never get bigger. Ever. If someone sells, someone loses. It's zero sum. Which is why a lot of people attempt to, I guess, like, make a fake utility for their coin, being like, oh, this is actually a charity thing for this. It's like, it never is. It's just gambling. It's gambling, except, like, the house is manipulated. Like, the code is manipulated to make sure that you lose unless you are, part of the problem. But thank you, Katie, for the 5 gifted. We're back to 300. Wow. We got to talk about these topics more often. But I appreciate it. Tommy, I'm going to be honest. You are one message away from being banned. What? Like, you are so lost in the sauce, or you're intentionally insane. It's one of the two. And how long have you been subbed? 1 month? No, you're bad. You're bad. Because I was thinking, I saw there was a sub, and I was like, if it's like 10 months, then okay, they're an idiot. Stupid message. You can't. Come on. The conning's out of control. Yeah, well, I mean, Trump becoming president, he basically made it so these kinds of scams won't be prosecuted at all. It's so obviously trolling. Yeah, I'm picking that up. So, with that being said, I do want to look at, just like I always would, the Challenge 41 leaked cast. Who knows how much of it's accurate, but I think it's interesting. I'm a big fan of the show. I've watched 24 seasons, maybe, and I just want to go through my thoughts in the cast. That's kind of the last thing I want to do before we get into Traitors. So let's do it. You guys got any final questions before I dive into that? Absolutely. I mean, Sport Fanatic, 99% accurate. In this household, we know at least like 7% is inaccurate. Which reality show do you think has the biggest advantage going in? What do you mean by that question? I don't understand. I'm not bored at all. I got Balatro. America has tried to learn tricks with 3 juggling balls as opposed to learning how to juggle a 4th, which I think is a good call. Oh, okay. I see chaotic. I see. In that case, well, when we're actually discussing the cast, I'll talk about that. So let's do it using my favorite source. So you got this guy, Banana Man. I will say he's coming into this season, if he's on, with like record low PR. Like, I would imagine the rookies are not fucking with him. Like, it's not a popular thing to side with this guy. The thing is, he has a lot of power with the vets on this cast. A lot of power. Like, a lot of allies and not that many enemies. And if you just got enough, rookies that are not paying attention, just are showing up, he's set up pretty well. Sup, Quinn? I gotta respond to your text, man. I'm probably down. We'd have to figure out when, but... Josh is friends with anybody. Josh he's friends with everybody. So, Bananas. I think Bananas sucks. I think it's pretty remarkable how competitive he still is. But I think he's actually very well set up on this cast. Blue will be a Bananas minion, mark my words. I don't think so. I don't believe... I think Blue, if she's on, is like an optics person. And I think she wants to be on the right side optically. And on Big Brother 25, I don't think she knew where optics were. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard in BB 25. Like, I think she assumed she was the main character. and like you're always trying to figure out where to go. It's kind of like why a lot of her DRs were like anti-Jared because like she wanted to be anti-Jared. So I would be surprised. Next up we've got Anissa, which is look. I think Anissa gets too much hate, but it is kind of like we've seen a lot of Anissa over the years. I think she'll do okay. I don't think she'll be out early, but I think it's hard to imagine her winning. Leroy, who's retired a couple years ago and then been on like 4 seasons since. Leroy's a bananas minion, through and through. I would hope being with Cam, not that Cam or that Cam, the other Cam, has given him more of an edge. But Leroy, and I've always been a Leroy fan when I was growing up, but Leroy's a bananas guy. So that is already a pretty good draw. I don't know about Anissa and Bananas' relationship really, but I don't think there's a lot of animosity there. Whoa! Oh my goodness. We're getting a few subs today. We're getting a few subscriptions. Here's the thing, like, you guys might think, wow, Anonymous is being really generous. They're actually being selfish. They're buying into Skeezy Coin low. And when it goes to the moon, they're going to be the one cashing out, planting the flag. But thank you, Anonymous. New strat, go live once a week. If you guys know Clint Stevens, I feel like that's what I'm doing. But I'll stream more, especially when Matt's here. We'll have some funny ideas. But thank you, Anonymous. Maybe they're just big Leroy supporters. What are the odds? Clint Stevens mentions. Ooh, I love Clint Stevens. Probably my favorite streamer ever. Him or Mango. I like Leroy. I like Leroy a lot more without bananas. So we'll see. We'll see. Olivia. I love Olivia. Maybe this is a hot take. I don't know if it is. I really like Olivia. I find her as a very funny confessional person. She's obviously a very strong competitor. I don't know her from Love Island. I just know her from The Challenge. I'm a fan. I think she's cool. She's in a weird spot in this cast. She's definitely not a bananas person. She's kind of like a Michelle person, but Michelle is theoretically not here, so it's like, who is she with? I think her and Naya seem to be like they'd be a thing. But yeah, I was happy she's here. She's a veteran. Yeah, everyone's a veteran so far. I don't know her, but I like her name. Yeah, it's a cool name. So, I think the criticism towards Olivia is she's boring. I don't think she's boring. Like, all I care about is, do I enjoy you in confessional? Do you suck the energy out of the show? I don't think she sucks the energy out of the show. I do like her in confessional. Are her and Theo dating? I knew they had a thing on 40, but that could be troubling. Theo's a bit of an insane person too. If you guys have seen some of his views, it's a little concerning. Here's the thing: I'm hoping that the way that the season is structured or whatever is like either vets are paired with rookies or all the vets determine who goes out from the vet side. Because at a certain point, like, if everyone's a bananas minion, that doesn't help you. But if everyone's a bananas minion and they can just pick off all the rookies, that'll happen. She and Bananas have beef. I just know she was with Michelle last season, and they were all going against Bananas. Okay, next up, Derek. I met Derek. American, I met him in Orlando. I like Derek. Super nice. Really energetic. He had his best season ever on 40. It's not close. I think it was a no-brainer that he was going to come back. I think he's going to get along with most of the girls, rookies and vets. But he just is a social game guy, and he's crazy cardio. So, but I met Derek. He was very sweet. Like, he came up to me in America and knew who we were and introduced himself, and yeah. We were basically drunk the whole weekend, all of us, and we we were walking up to like it was me, America, Jag, and Jazz. We had like a shared suite basically, and we were going up there to drink, and we lost him somewhere. But we were gonna party. Okay. Next up, there's this, which 2.3K likes. That's all I see. But obviously, this is why you got to take the whole list with a grain of salt because if one thing is wrong, the whole thing can be wrong. You got Jeremy from The Amazing Race 35. I did see the season. Um, if you watch The Amazing Race 35, he's very hot. He's very hot and he's very athletic. I don't know why he got this call. Maybe I think it's kind of hard in The Amazing Race to like show your full personality sometimes because it's more relationship oriented. Like all Jeremy talked about, it was him and his brother, and they had like a distant relationship, and they got close again recently, and that's all they talked about. So like I don't know anything about this guy really. All I know is his relationship with his brother. Um, but yeah, it's not like they did well in the race either. They were ninth or eighth or seventh or in the middle of the pack. So I got nothing here. Ninth, okay, yeah. So not much to say. Blue Kim, kitty kitty purr. There's been a lot of funny tweets about Blue. Obviously, the mean ones are mean. Don't be mean. America and Blue did not have a great working relationship in the house, at least strategically. They're fine now. They've been fine. Um, her fans are mean. Yeah, but that's not her fault. Um, I think the argument for Blue being good casting is like I think people underrate how physically apt she is. I think she's going to be one of the stronger girls on the cast, straight up. I think people underrate how strong she was on BB25. Like as much as people are like, "Oh my god, don't shit on America too much." For the comps because they were inequitable. Of course they were inequitable. In a lot of the inequitable comps, Blue competed very well. Very, very well. So did America. Obviously comics and stuff like that. But, Blue on the Wall, Blue on Superhero Training Academy. Like, Blue's a good competitor. She's like 5'5". She's strong. I don't think she's a weakling at all. The other thing is, I think Blue cares about making good TV. I think her methods towards making good TV is like a hit or miss depending on who you are. But I think she's going to try to get some shit going. Is Blue good at puzzles? She's smart. We didn't see her do many puzzles. There was not many puzzles at all in 25. There was, I think, one. But yeah, I think she's going to do well. So there's Blue, fellow 25er. This is Coy from Love Island. He was out like immediately. He was deconfirmed recently or taken off the cast recently. Aviv is kind of a baffling choice to me. I don't know. Aviv did very well on the Challenge 40. This is like as much of a bananas minion as you can have. I mean, Leroy is the same, but like this one is literally like the only defining characteristic of her run on 40 was her relationship with Banana's feet. So this one's like, okay. This is an odd choice. Theo. I like Theo as a character on the show. I think he's similar to Olivia, and I think he's a funny narrator. He's a good competitor. I don't like the dude very much, just based on what I've seen. But yeah. I think he could be in lockstep with. But here's the thing: bananas can't work with everybody. So I'm hoping it's a thing where vets have to go against vets. Okay, that's all I got to say about Theo. Not too much. Kara. Kara's in a weird spot. Like, I think she might be in the worst spot she's ever been in on these shows. Like, who the fuck can she work with? Like, literally. Like, does she have anyone? I think Theo is probably her best connection. I think. CT. Yeah, CT. That's true. But, like, I feel like the rookies who know anything about her won't be fans. And then the vets, I don't know if Derek would like, protect her in the same way he would in previous seasons. Um, Olivia TheoCT, yeah, like she has a little group of people, but I think she's in a lot of danger. The thing about Kara is she's always on the bottom. She always has no allies, and she always figures it out because sometimes she just has to win elimination. Sometimes she wins out a lot of dailies. Like there's a lot of ways for her to get further, but this is not a good set of people for Kara at all. Derek, I don't think will go against her after this Twitter. I don't think he'll work with her either. Like, you got to stand on business a little bit. How's she with Ashley? Not great, but I don't think it's not like they have like the most prominent beef. Um, I don't know who this is from Netflix's Cheer. I heard he wasn't even like a super prominent character in Cheer, or didn't have a prominent role. But I like the fit. D. A lot of people are very excited about this one. We've met D. She's super super sweet. She came to an event in Nashville a bit ago. It was a Bryson Wen event. Um, I think people forget how small D is. Obviously, hopefully, not even hopefully. Like I know D. Like she's not Camilla, but I think she has a similar build to Camilla, where she's very little, but she's extremely strong, and she proved that in Survivor. She's obviously a good player. I think of all the rookies, you got to look at her as like she could do well. I think her problem is going to be like there's some physical eliminations where if she's just there against Olivia, it's just kind of hard. Against Kara, it's kind of hard. She's just smaller. But I think there's not many better rookie choices you can make than D. His is awesome. Hopefully she's there. Wes was there, and then deconfirmed Nani. Uh, I liked Nani a lot in her earlier seasons. I think in her more recent seasons, I still like her, but I just don't think she provides as much, which makes sense. She's older and more mature. Like that's it's kind of how that works. Like you kind of hope as a person, like everyone would have that trajectory. Um, I do like her on All Stars with Turbo. I think they're a funny combo. I would love Nani to win one day, but like obviously Nani is a number for bananas. Um, I think she's pretty well connected on this cast. I think she could definitely make a deep run. She always makes pretty deep runs. It's just can she win? Is D shorter than America? Probably around the same height. Yeah, a little shorter. Is this Casey's ex? Yes, they just broke up. Uh, this one took me out. Derek. It's like this is an odd choice. I like Derek. I find him very rootable. It's kind of like, damn, we're doing this thing again. But I think this is pretty funny. Um, I wasn't expecting Derek. He was fun on 40. He broke his leg basically and just kept competing against Cory. He was awesome on Dirty 30. He was awesome on Cutthroat. Like he's cool. It's just like kind of a surprising one. Thanks, Martins, for the 14 months. I appreciate you. I think he's going to be very disconnected on this cast. I don't think he's going to have many people going to bat for him. No one dislikes him. But, like, when so much of the cast is so connected, I just think he's going to be in trouble. Naya. I mean, I think Naya's great. She's been way too chill on the more recent seasons, kind of similar to Nani. She's just kind of grown up, but like I do like her as a narrator. I think she's funny in confessional. Um, she obviously has a connection with Olivia. You know, there's something there. I think she has. I think she doesn't have that much of a stable footing when it comes to the vets, but I think generally speaking, like less of the women have stable footing than the men, so she could figure it out. This was deconfirmed. I not really familiar with Survivor 41 like that. I've skimmed the episodes. I know Sydney was a big character. Zach has met Sydney. and they get along fine. But I I know she's a big personality, big character. I'm generally down for giving pre-merge early boots a shot if they showed something. She's not a big character on the show. I think the time that she had on the show, she gave a lot of personality. Yeah, she was a. It was like the mergatory, right? 5-4-3 vote. It's kind of awesome. Just the final cast, or do people get dropped? It's in no way the final cast. This is the rumored, speculated cast. I heard she's MAGA. She'll fit right in. Um, Ioleka. Please correct my pronunciation. I don't know who this is. Matt Ligori says she was very fun from the clips he's seen. So, fuck it. Like, look, I think when you have all these shows like Canada's Ultimate Challenge, and there's a million shows, you want to take the best people from these shows, throw them on, I'm down. So, this could be fun. CT, it's a funny picture of him. I feel like this embodies the past like 5 months of CT. Yeah, he's gonna be interesting. you know, a lot of legends on this cast. You got Bananas, CT, Derek, Kara. It's a very like old school kind of cast. Um, we'll see. I don't know how good of a shape CT is gonna be in. He's obviously been going through a lot social media wise recently. Um, so we'll see. I think the thing about CT is like, and it's the same with kind of like a Tom Brady is, even if you think like he's out of shape, or Tom Brady's case, he's older. CT's older, obviously. He still has his mind. He's always been a puzzle guy. He still is going to be stronger than anybody he goes against, basically. It's just if there's some conditioning, speed based stuff, that's where he can get in trouble. But usually, the way the challenge works, some finals are like you just have to have good conditioning. But like a lot of times, it's you have to have a requisite amount of conditioning, and then it all comes down to a puzzle, and you like CT's odds there more than most people. And he's pretty connected on this cast. I mean, he's got a lot of people. It's always interesting the him and Bananas thing. Like they've not really gunning for each other, but not really working together. We'll see. Turbo. I think Turbo's a good pick. I was gonna start off the stream with that song, but I couldn't find it. Turbo's insane. He's a dick. He's funny. It's so funny. Turbo's first season, War of the Worlds, he was portrayed as this like, oh, he's such a sweet guy. He's so nice. He just wants to win. And then you get to know his personality. You're like, oh no, he's an asshole. um, but yeah, he's on All Stars right now with Nani. I think it's a good pick. I think it's funny. The Baba Yaga fanny pack is pretty funny. Hands free satchel. Sorry. I do think he's also a bit overrated as like a competitor, which sounds crazy, but like I remember watching him in World of Worlds 1 being like, this could be the best challenger ever. And I'm watching it again, and I'm like, I'm kind of surprised he won the final. Like, I mean, like, who would have beaten him? Maybe Theo or someone, but like, yeah, he's a bit weird. Um, this is a no-brainer. I mean, I love Michaela on Survivor both times. She's a star on the Challenge USA. She's a star in the Challenge. It's about as easy of a pick you can make. I don't know if I've met Michaela. I feel like I've seen her. Maybe she was in Orlando. I'm not sure, but this is a no-brainer. It's like the fact she should be on more seasons. Yeah, America watched all these seasons. She's watched 20 through 40, as have I. So it'll be fun to watch. She said no to 40. It's so interesting. I wonder why. Like, it's always puzzling to me, these people who say no. Because how many of them have real jobs? Like, I don't know if Michaela, for all I know, she's a surgeon. Right? I don't know what she does. But, like, why not? You know? I guess it's just easy to say from my perspective because I'm like, I don't know. What else do I have going on? Michaela has a real job. Well, that makes sense. There you go. That solves it. I always just assume if you're on reality TV this many times, you don't have a real job. So good for her. That's cool. She was amazing on Challenge USA. I really enjoyed the Challenge USA 2. I thought 1 was borderline unwatchable. And even 2 wasn't that good, but I liked it a lot more. Hello, biscuits. Then we got Rogan. America was pissed when she saw Rogan on the cast. America's not a fan. It's a crazy one. I think it's a funny pick. Look, I think Rogan's a big character, but it's a crazy one. Um, yeah, I think Rogan sucks, but I'm glad he's on the cast. I think it's very funny. Tyson carried USA 1. USA 1, they edited it in a way where like there was literally no time for any drama. Like even if they had massive fights, which they didn't, there'd be nowhere to put them. It was like there was this long ass 30-minute challenge set piece into a 1-minute strategic conversation, into a 5-minute deliberation, into elimination. And that was it. They didn't give any time for like, hey, what's going on at the house? None. Which is, my favorite part of the show. So this is a funny pick. Millionaire Mitchell. Yeah, so people thought she was like blacklisted from the network because she did some stuff in one season, said some stuff to Josh, was the rumor. My read on things is if there's like a rumor like that, it's always probably a little bit worse than you think. But I think she's one of the most compelling characters in the show's history. She always brings the drama. She's a great competitor. I think she's hilarious. She's funny. Her, fucking over Hunter was awesome after how much of a dick Hunter was. She's been amazing on All Stars. I think this is a no-brainer. Provided she didn't do anything crazy bad, which I have no idea. Cory, I know you're a big fan of the challenge, but did you ever share if you want to play? If they were like, do you want to go on? I'd say sure. I don't think it would suit my talents. I think it'd be a very uphill battle, but again, it's what else you got going on? It's always fun. A chance for my name to be brought up on social media again? Give it to me. But yeah, Ashley's hilarious. So good pick. I have no idea who this is. Anyone familiar? I know nothing about this person. You haven't been mentioned enough on social media lately. That's why I had to throw out my wild robot tweet. What's the criteria to be considered for the show? You could be an omniscient. You could be God. You wouldn't be able to answer that question. So I don't know who this is, but it's an Izzy. We love Izzy's. I don't know who this is either. Looks fake, the muscles. I don't believe he's natty. He looks like me after my pre-workout. he's very ripped. He almost looks like the AI generated, like... like, this shape is not normal. He looks like AI. Yeah, I don't want to be mean. Like, he's obviously a very attractive dude, but I'm like... I'm sorry, this is funny. Love Is Blind drops tonight. We actually didn't watch the last season. We should. Heard it was a mess. We did watch like the first half of it. We didn't watch the second half really. We didn't get to the weddings at least. And that's all we got. So generally speaking, my view is the rookie women they've nailed. I think they've done a great job. The vet men, terrible. That's the biggest miss. The vet women, mixed bag. I think for the most part they did pretty well. but some weird picks. And then the rookie men, I don't see the vision at all. I don't see the vision, but I think there's still probably more people to be announced. Not musings. I mean, if just because she's sick, we could still watch shows. I don't see the vision with the rookie men yet, but we'll see. Are you watching the Quinn and Demi Valentine's Day stream tomorrow? I didn't know that was happening, but it sounds like a great idea. Did you guys like Quinn's Survivor draft? And I saw a lot of you there. I thought that was a fun time. I felt bad because I kept like rushing it along, but I was like, guys, we gotta go. We gotta go. Excited to watch more BB Can 10. That will be uploaded tomorrow. Book club on Sunday. So, Patreon is still Patreoning. Podcast Tuesday. Not at 2 a.m. It won't be. It'll be uploaded at a reasonable time. The best week is approaching. Hell yeah, because it's like the best week and the triple eviction. Pretty lit. Which BB player is most like Carter? Who the fuck is Carter? What am I missing? Jimmy Carter? I don't think I did that one. I'll think about it. I also saw Jared tweeted the shrugging emoji, which I was like, that's funny. I don't know if he's on the cast. I think he would be a great pick, to be honest. I think he's challenge material. I think the thing that hurts Jared is like he's more messy on the feeds than he is on the show, at least with Big Brother. Like when he in confessional, I feel like he didn't want to. He was kind of over it most of the time. Like he didn't want to, do it. But then like in person, in conversation, he was like electric, insane, which is obviously what the challenge wants. And I don't think the challenge casting like watched the feeds, obviously. So I think that was that's kind of the problem with him. They were protecting him in the edit. Yeah, but like they protected a lot of people in the edit. Like they protected Cameron in the edit, but Cameron still was very dynamic in the diary room. Thank you, Superfly. Appreciate you. 13 months. Matt Legori tweet was funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. All right, everyone get your Traitors ready. We're starting in 4 minutes. I actually have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen today in Traitors. I feel like we've been like waiting on Boston Rob's death for quite a while. So I know we're getting a death immediately. My prediction is Gabby or Chriselle. I think those make the most sense. But, yeah. I hope it's not Gabby. Would be very disappointing. Is it episode 7 is the new one? Or is it episode 8? It's episode 8, right? All right, I've got my stream open. We'll start at the top of the hour, so I'll give you guys some time. This is the cleanest your stream has ever been. It's messy, just not where the camera's facing. You guys have a couple minutes. No rush. But yeah, so if anyone here was here for the drama discussion or the challenge discussion or all that shit, that's all I got. We're gonna be watching Traitors now. There's another thing I want to do on a stream soon. There's an awesome YouTube video put out about Big Brother called "My Favorite Show Hates Me" that I want to watch. It's like 2.5 hours. It's like a movie, so we might do movie night. But my brother was raving about it. I watched a little bit, and it was very, very good. Is America watching? She's not feeling up to it tonight, but it's okay. We'll have fun. Was it the one Prettium posted or Ethan? I'm not sure, but I've heard very, very positive things. So, also, you guys happy about the Gulf of America? This is big for us. Where is your mustache? I shaved it in a fit of fury. I just couldn't take it anymore. America was trending like 50K posts today. What do you expect? The people's princess. Here's the last thing. Look. How dare anyone ever critique America about her lack of drama? First of all, there was not an ounce of America criticism that happened to her face. Not one. We left the house with our tickets booked to Paris to watch Matt swim in the Olympics. She was gonna like live with Blue in New York. Like, not actually, that was never a plan. But you know what I mean? Like, you can't blame her for that. The second she found out, she went scorched earth and started drama on Twitter for like months. Calling Jared a misogynist while I'm out with Jared. Like, that's not a fair criticism. Okay? You criticize whatever you want. People are allowed to have their own opinions. But I just saw that. That frustrated me. I'm like, guys, I don't like when people talk about my season when I clearly know they know nothing about my season, because I love my season. And I know so much about it. And I'm like, you're just wrong. There's nothing that pisses me off more than people who are just wrong. Anyways, it's that time. Are you guys ready for a countdown? Give me some readies in the chat. Let me just thank everyone again. I want to thank Anonymous for the 1 billion gifted, Superfly, and Katie with the 5 gifted, Cubs fans with the gifted, JPR gifted me a couple. I appreciate all of you. JPR, Rune, Chiara. Recap or no? Yeah, we'll run it. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. It's not up in Canada yet. Get that VPN, Waluigi. You deserve it. By the way, when Boston Rob had his like interview after the fact talking about how Danielle's a terrible traitor, I feel that. That's the energy you have leaving one of these shows. That's how I felt about like Felicia. And then time is distance from it, and you're like, okay, it's fine. But that's the most natural reaction I've ever heard. Did he start yet? I did. Here you go. Did you hear Derek's reaction to Danielle being a traitor? He was genuinely hurt. Yeah, I get that. I think playing as a returning player is different. Like, if I went on Big Brother All Stars and was betrayed by Jag again, I would take it much more personally. Ultimately, I understand it's a game. I wouldn't cut him off or anything, but it's different when it's like your friend. I get that. I think that's why there's so much more animosity that arises from these returning player seasons. The way he explained it, though, they didn't even. Yeah, I mean, he was basically saying like we made agreements outside the game, which is like classic Derek Levasseur. I didn't mind Derek on Traitors. I liked him. I liked his beef with Brittany, him going after Rob. I thought it was fun. All right, so someone's about to die. Who is it? It's Tom. Oh, we're not actually finding out yet. They're gonna do the whole sequence again. No way they kill Tom, right? That feels like such a weird pick. I think the dilemma is you can't kill Ivor or Sam, and it's like Ivor and Sam are so clearly faithful. Like they need to murder one of them. Tom's obviously a faithful. Tom's a faithful, but he's a pretty bad faithful, and he has a lot of people gunning for him. Like I like Chriselle as a vote. I think Gabby's the right choice. Gabby or Chriselle. Dolores too. It just makes me so mad when people. It's not like my job to defend Boston Rob when it's like, oh, Boston Rob, he ruined his game by doing this. It's like, guys, come on, we're watching the same show, right? I feel like Dylan is a pretty bad kill because he was so loyal to Rob, which makes him suspicious, and it's like conceivable that someone like Dylan would be a traitor. Yeah, these are all the safe people. You're guessing they killed Dylan. Who do you think is going to be recruited? I hope they don't recruit anybody until someone else is voted out, another traitor's out. I like having two here. Yeah, I get that, Mountain Doofus. I think it makes sense. Just to kill all the guys and try to girlies out. How big dickish of Rob. Sam's so funny that he's still here. Gabby recruit with Carolyn would go hard. I'd like it. Ooh, Sam confessional. I like his suit. I gotta wonder how like Sam is cast. Like, how does it? What's the process for that? Revive the coffin theory. Yeah. And here's Tom. Let's go. I mean, this makes sense. Carolyn was going to protect Gabby. I forgot about that part of it. Of course, Carolyn's going to protect Gabby. I think that's why Chriselle or Dolores makes sense. Was it Chriselle or Dolores who was like, traitors, if you let me survive? Like, whoever that was, I think they're dead. My man. My man. I love how he did his facial expression when he turned around. He's been a star this season. Uh oh. Uh oh, Carolyn. I hate when they do this because this is just production fucking up, kind of. She has to know this question's coming, though. This is just editing. She has to know it's coming. This feels like an oversight. Unless she was able to see him, which she might have been able to. She might have been able to see him. I forget, like. They should have shown them Alan. They might have. Does he not get it? Yeah. Okay. So she saw him, is what she's saying. So she remembers. So this is on her, I guess. Like when I was on Big Brother and I had the path to power, I asked them for the exact wording of what if I wasn't picked, and they did give it to me. So if I was a traitor, I definitely would ask, like, okay, exactly what happens to the other people. I think it's Dylan. I think Dylan's gonna walk in, is what I'm saying. I love that it sounds like. Yeah. It was black. Yeah. I guess they're going for a Tom Sandoval frame job. It's just like it's hard to imagine it's Tom after the Boston Rob of it all, and he just is such a weird pick for Traitor. This is so awkward. It's a fine kill. I think it's a good pick. All right, Daniel, you don't gotta. I mean, I'm sure they had her say that, but she looks a little bit like Alyssa Snyder. I think I said that last time. God, that would be such a gut punch. I would say like that's a kind of the beautiful thing about Big Brother was like I was blindsided in that way, but then you're still there for a few days. Like the gut punch in Survivor, like of getting blindsided, we are like, oh, so my experience ends right now, and I'm walking out. I'm supposed to get up now. That bodes well for Dylan that everyone thought he was going to be killed, implying he's faithful. I hope that outfit detail. I mean, from what Carolyn's been saying, she did get to see Alan, so you know. She's still a Boston Rob minion. I love her. Sienna, Sierra or Sienna? What is it? Sierra, right? Or Ciara? Sierra. Okay. Okay, I saw Sierra and Sierra. You guys are not helping. Tom's like, I performed that song in front of a crowd of hundreds. It's funny. We're at a 15:51, 2, 3. Girls rule against the two other girls. It's funny. He's so funny. Tom being surprisingly reasonable. It's yeah, it's just hard to trust the editing of the show because like they made it seem like Boston Rob was definitely going to survive last roundtable, and they made it like he was certainly going to die the last two, and they're always just misleading us. So I don't know how shady Carolyn actually was. Oh, there you go. Who wanted it? Who wanted the coffin night theory to come back? Damn. Sam's just like me, Mountain, you and Sam. I've been saying that. Did you see Carolyn's Survivor season? I did. I think that season, people pretend like it's bad. Like, people liked it a lot in the moment. And, like, it was good. Brittany's funny. Brittany's had some bad reads this season. She's been way off. And one of my favorite tweets was like, "Oh, all these Traitors fans thinking that Danielle and Brittany have beef from a real Big Brother season." It's like, nope. Today it was like 6 days. They were in hotel rooms. Like, bitch is lying. Don't call her a bitch. How dare you? We are so back. Let's go. That's right, Turner. You watching Dexter Original Sin? No, I think the concept of Dexter Original Sin is so dumb. But I do love Dexter. How you doing, Turner? I might be in your neck of the woods kind of soon. I'll let you know. Might be in Boston, so not too far. I like Dexter 1 and the second series in the snow, but I'm capped out. How are we doing another? It's all Showtime has. I did like Dexter New Blood as well, but it's like, how the fuck do you do it again? How do you make another good season with another horrible ending? It's crazy to me. It's like all they have to do for the ending is have it be like a happy ending or a sad ending, one of the two. Don't do one of these in the middle endings. I hate it. Original Sin's been good. Okay. Dexter Resurrection is another chance at an ending. Yeah, so they're bringing him back, right? I saw that, right? Look, if Dexter's back as Michael C. Hall, I fear I will be watching. I fear I will watch. I do respect Showtime because they're some of the only people still making seasons. Like Game of Thrones had like 9 concept shows that they scrapped. The guy playing young Dexter is amazing. Cool. It's funny because Dexter was not old on the show. How old was Dexter at the start? Like 34? Maybe? Oh, it's the sound one from last time. Watch Sopranos again. Don't hate me. I've never watched it. Never watched it. I prefer The 100. If you like Dexter, I suggest giving Original Sin a chance. Okay. I'll consider it. I'll think about it. Is it kind of like Twisted Tasks? It's very similar to Twisted Tasks. I love Turner. I feel like Turner is one of the goofiest comp beasts in Big Brother history. Like the comps he won were so all the finger comps. I don't know how else to put it. He's like the finger comp beast. Does that make sense? He's the goat of finger-based comps. Oh, is this gonna be? I don't know what this is. It's almost amazing Big Brother 24 to me because I feel like so many people won so many comps. I'm like, how was there this many comps? Like I'm like Monty won a good amount. Michael obviously won a gajillion. Turner won a lot. Taylor won some. I'm like, how are there this many comps to go around? I guess there was. I mean, Brittany won some vetoes, right? It's just so funny comparing it to BB 25. Zach won Quinn's Brant steal. What was the Brant steal? Did Taylor win more than HOH? Did Taylor only have one comp win? Maybe she'd only have one comp win. Brittany won 4 vetoes, 2 with Mike. Oh, right. That makes sense because that's how there's extra. That makes more sense. She had 2 HOHs. Yeah, so that's why. I'm like, so many people have comp wins, and I'm like, oh, right. A lot of people shared comp wins. Does that cardboard cutout ever scare you? No, it has a Home Alone appeal where if people see it through the window, they know they can't walk in. Your season needed more newspaper puzzle comps. That's a good point. Too sick is crazy. It's this cough. It's just lingering, Turner. It's tough. After this, we're gonna watch Beast Games. So everyone, get your episodes ready. All the lies you could say and you made her sick. I'm not a liar. Hey, bub. Either comment out of turn like that, you're getting banned. Okay, now that all the people who are here for the drama are gone, can we be dead ass in the chat? She's literally in the other room. Stop acting like she's not. It's pissing me off, straight up. Dead ass. For real, for real. It's okay, hey bub. As long as you know now. I love the doll brooch lapel. It's very funny. Bowie's tweet was so funny though. Bowie tweeting that and then people like scolding her, being like, "You're ruining it. No good luck to Blue." I'm like, Blue hated Bowie. What do you what do you want from her? Blue hated Bowie. It's like I did watch videos of Tom. It's true. He is musically inclined. I did see a lot of Survivor 45ers talking about D. Oh, come on. Here's what I'll say about Tom. I don't know how good of a singer he is, but he's an excellent performer. He gives it his all. They do not understand how this works. This is such a dumb mission. It was that I love pancakes tweet. Yeah. So they have to do it and then reverse it. Is this just not working, this one? He's not very accurate. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's putting too much bass into it. Row, row, row your boat. We got one. Let's go. How do you get that? How do you get that at all? I've been here watching you and Quinn streaming. It's so hard to keep up. Um, I think Quinn's done a very good job of like making some events out of his stream. I think he has maybe more of an energy for it than me. I think I'm more of a show up, chat, talk, do a concept. He's much more like let's make shows out of it. Hope he's able to keep it up. What does Three Blind Mice sound like? Three Blind Mice. Is it like hot cross buns? You're also a year into. We're more than a year. We're like 18, 16, 17 months because it took a bit to get subs. She's a great person to get the shield. What do you mean? She is sus on her. I feel like Alan's showing more personality this season. He's not just like the host, he's being more human. Like him just like breaking a couple times is funny. He's like drenched in sweat. It's funny. Classic Traitors. Correct. So there was nothing going on in this one. It was just like there was one shield hidden, and then they just did this for money. They 100% should add the timer in post. Yeah, they do. Very clearly. Brittany's coming back in this edit. Her second half edit's been huge. It's like once you got rid of Derek, Rob, and Wes, who would have thought? Yeah, so everyone's gonna know. I mean, they're not gonna tell us, but we know, you know, Danielle's there, so. So it's gonna be what, Brittany versus Sierra this time? I got on another waitlist today, by the way. Another school. So we got like 2 acceptances, 2 waitlists, 2 denials. My law school results have been so consistent. It's every school that my LSAT is my score is better than the median, I've gotten into. Everyone where their score is a little higher than mine, I've gotten waitlisted, and everyone that's way higher, I've gotten denied. It's been like super consistent, which is kind of what I've heard. It's like very score dependent. What's been nice is the schools that I've gotten into, they've given me a lot of money, which is weird because it's not like I vastly outperform their metrics or anything. They're just looking at LSAT. That's how it feels, but you know, I think they might like that might just determine if you get in, and then the rest of like how much they actually want you determines how much money they give to you. I don't know. It's possible, Carson. They might be Americory fans. Do you have a hard deadline? Yeah, there's hard deadlines, but they're pretty far in the future. They're on the Patreon, yeah. I do like this season because I feel like they're bringing in everything from the older episodes. Like all the story things are like continuous. Yeah. It would be huge for Carolyn to get Brittany killed. That'd be huge for her. I mean, the problem is Danielle would just be pissed at her. Like, it might just be better to keep her numbers, keep Gabby alive, keep Brittany alive with Danielle, and just try to have voting power. You just got to make sure that, you know, Gabby doesn't get suspicious of Danielle and Brittany doesn't get suspicious of Carolyn. But I feel like Carolyn's like, how the fuck could I trust Danielle? can't believe Jeremy was on this season. So short-lived. I need Sierra on BB. She'd be a mess. She'd be fun. That's good logic. Is it going to be Brittany? This might be Brittany's time to go. Don't we know Danielle's safe because of the hat theory? Oh, awkward. Sam's been doing a really good job. Like, hate to say it. Wow. Sam would go after Brittany, huh? I like Sierra, by the way. She's fun. I'm glad we're only left with the people who dress up. That was the one thing Rob was doing that was fucked up, genuinely. How many episodes are left? We gotta be pretty close. There's really not many people left. Is it like 3 more episodes and then a reunion? Okay, thanks, Mountain. Do they get wardrobe provided for them, you think, or do they have to bring everything? Like obviously for the challenges and the funeral and stuff like that, they have costumes for them, but just for like the day to day, do they provide them outfit? Maybe they give them a budget and they tell them to go shopping. We're at a 39.44. I really haven't been keeping up with All Stars 5 as much as I'd like. It's a good cast. I don't want to watch it because then I'll tweet about it. That's a bad path. This has, I think, been Danielle's most cool, calm, collected episode. Usually she's looking way more in duress. Now she looks a bit stressed. I don't think that cast is boring, Judy. I think it's a good cast. They bring a lot, but there's also a stylist. Gotcha. The way you have no restraint to not tweet while watching. My takes are all right, though. That's the problem with me. I'm cursed with the, you know, cursed where all my takes have to be right at all times. About, especially the wild robot. I think the argument you'd bring up is like, if you're a traitor, like, would you want to be in the coffins? 41, 29, 30, 41, 31, 2. I think this was edited to make it look like they're genuinely mad at him when most people were joking, but that's hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny. He is right though. The girl traders have been better than the guys. Suri's the best, and then like people think Phaedra did well, and who else? Like Kate was a trader, I guess, at the end. I don't think he's talking about Netta. I hate when they chop up sentences so obviously. You don't think he watched Canada? I don't think he. I don't think he's locked into the international versions. It's a decent argument. What's up, Quinions? Y'all are only Quinions because of me. I came up with the term. Otherwise, you guys would be like, I don't know. Your brother wins Survivor 50. Oh, you're just getting to that phase of streaming, Quinn, the Brent Steele phase, the Survivor 50 Dreamcast Brent Steele. Slippery slope. Only a couple weeks till you start sharing your personal secrets on stream. That's my trajectory. Shark shitter. What are you doing in Quinn's chat? Where's the loyalty? You hated Brent Steele. Will not be doing it again. You have to immerse yourself in the Brent Steele, or use it as a platform to discuss something. If you're just sitting there clicking through, it's not as entertaining. Shark shitter's a legend over there. Okay. Thanks, Cubs fans, for gifting every now and Quinn. It's huge for you, Quinn. No ads. Quinn, have I modded you? I trust you. Quinn famously in BB26 did very well whenever he had power. A power or just power in general. I never had power, Quinn. Trust me. I don't know how I would have done. Time check. It's 45:42. It certainly feels like it's going to be Sierra. She's really funny. I like how she talks. Just a few seconds away from power, and Jag would have went home. What do you mean a few seconds? You're like 2.5 minutes? 3 if it's me. As far as I know, we got Quinn and Turner. Turner's long gone. Path to power. You guys are right. I'm sorry. Sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying. Sorry. Guys, I feel like my own chat's turning on me now. 25 gifted, please. This has to be Sierra, right? It has to be. I like the goblets of water. A revolt against Cory. Not another Americory insurrection. Yeah, this is Sierra. It certainly feels like Brittany's next to go. I feel like Danielle is on the short list of getting banished if they have banished Brittany, and that's I don't know. Nice one. You have to kill Sam or Ivor. You have to kill them next. It's the only option. Kind of smart if Danielle voted for someone else. Yeah. It's not that. It's just they people just don't want to get voted out when one theory's put up there. It's easy to stick with. To kill or seduce. I don't think seduce is the word you're looking for, right? Recruit, maybe? Seduce would be crazy. I do watch Dondi, yeah. I would hate to be on Dondi if I was a newbie. Oh my god. I mean, CK's gotten screen time and Letty's gotten screen time and actually, I just hate how it's like all the vets show, but it's been fun. They've used Seduce in the past. Okay. It'd be fun if Carolyn and Danielle won as traitors. That'd be a very fun full circle ending. Dr. Will asking him, what show did you win? Am I the only one who thinks Dr. Will knew something, either from production or before the show leaks or something? Y'all really just believe he just came up with it? What do you guys think? It felt like the way he was saying it was trying to hedge to be like, oh, I don't even know if there is Australian Survivor. He definitely got told something or saw something. Yeah, that's my intuition. What's your favorite Roblox game? It's Eviction Notice. I think Outlaster goes too long. Um, I think Race Around the World's really fun, but it doesn't have the, you know, I'm a Big Brother guy. Joe would have put the kibosh on that. Oh yeah, Rob. They're being very strict with Will. Master strategist. It's so funny with Will. It's so hard to give him credit for so many things because he's so theatrical and he always claims it was his intention. But at a certain point, if he's played 3 shows and has gotten super far in all of them, it's pretty impressive. I feel like Eviction Notice goes forever. Yeah, it goes pretty long if you got a full cast. I did not Quinn. Or not Quinn. Offbeat Zero. It says Raider from Quinn. Alright, they need to kill Ivar or Sam. I think I'd probably kill Ivar, would be my kill. But clearly the Carolyn thing wasn't a big deal. Dress to Impress stream with Gooboy incoming. He's played it before. Okay, Tom, he's cooking. I mean, it's not like Tom doesn't trust Carolyn necessarily. It's just like you have to lie about the shield. Like, there's no reason for you to say who has it to anybody. Uh oh. Are they gonna do this stupid ass cliffhanger again? They're doing this fake ass cliffhanger again. This is a fear. This happened to me in Big Brother a couple times where I'm like, did they hear what I said? They think it's all three of them, traitors. Five men. Oh my god. The all male final three. I love it. Her shaking. I don't know if it's an act. I think she might be playing it up. She might be like not trying to stop intentionally, but yeah, they kind of buried this relationship for a while. But they did show this early. Fun episode. I mean, it was a very dry roundtable, but I appreciate that they didn't spend much time on it. They just kind of kept it going. Just watching the previews for the next episode. Oh, it's not even the next episode. We're going to the turret. Yeah, we're going to the turret. Okay. I don't know why they edit it like this. They always make it seem like the episode's over. I really hope they don't recruit. Like, if I was Carolyn and Danielle, I would not want to recruit right now. Unless the play is you recruit like Ivar or something, but it's a solo game. Like, if you recruit a guy, they're not going to get banished. You know what I mean? Why not Dylan recruit? But what benefit? Like, that just helps Dylan. Like, Dylan's going to be in great shape. Dylan's going to be like, we're killing one of the guys, and it's going to be so clear that I'm faithful. All right, she's clearly telling the truth. I mean, why would Danielle lie about this? It's Alan. Female recruit to use as sacrifice. Yeah, but who could you sacrifice? That's like, I guess you recruit Brittany and then sacrifice Brittany, maybe. I wouldn't hate that. That would clear Danielle. How about a Gabby recruit? I just don't think Gabby has much sus on her. I think recruiting Brittany and then having Brittany get voted out helps Danielle because, like, what are the odds both of them are traitors? You know, it is seduction. All right. It's just again, this is not a team game. You're not trying to win as the Traitors team. You're trying to win as an individual. So you should not recruit Dylan. That would be so dumb. Yeah, I think Carolyn's right generally. Okay, wait. Danielle's cooking. Danielle has the right approach. Okay. Danielle's got the good approach here. I like this. Okay. They're being smart. I'm glad Rob's not here. They're both just advocating for their person. Yeah, because she'd be overruled and everything. Carolyn's like, yeah, this is what I think. This is an interesting predicament. I think this is great. The problem is Danielle just wronged Carolyn so bad earlier. I mean, in the past, Danielle's buckled every time in these spots. Sisterhood. Gamers. Three female gamers. I mean, once you got to the final three, why the fuck would you split the money? Like, at that point, you just banished Danielle. Ah, Parvy's back. Okay, finally. Uh-oh. Is it Danielle's hat? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Danielle's no longer safe. Okay. Good stream. There's some stuff I wanted to talk about. I always enjoy watching Traitors. Should be less drama in the future. Maybe we'll do a nice good old Brant Steele or something. We'll do stuff with Matt when he gets here. I have some ideas. Might stream tomorrow. Not sure, but I will stream the day after. Definitely. It just depends when Matt gets in. If he gets in super late, I probably will stream. But I appreciate you guys. Obviously, so many subs today, and I want you guys to, I feel like I've seen a lot of like sympathy and stuff like that, which I do appreciate. But like, I'm okay. I'm good. Um, like obviously I was affected by this stuff, but I'm like I don't think I'm super resilient, but I'm not very like I don't waver emotionally super hard. I'm just such a man. So I'm doing fine. Is there anyone to raid? Probably not, right?